ましたね。
右のパンチ。
強い。このパンチも強い。
コーナーの袖に強烈だ。強烈だ。ソフトに膝、そしてパンチ。右の膝を押し返せる。さあ、一気に太田忍が行く。右の膝。
太田選手まとめたい。止まらずに。戻った。
右の袖に来た。
おお、すごい。
そして左のパンチ。サッカーボールキック。右ストレート。右を合わせた金太郎。再び立ちに左。
What's up, everybody? Rob Nakamura here with the High Chief, Zac Pauga. Together, we're fully hydrated. And man, we got a really, really awesome episode. We're doing our first ever giveaway. And we usually have some things we just like to jump into and do stuff. But I'm going to ask my man how he's doing. Zac, what's up, my brother?
Doing good, man. Excited for this episode. It's going to be sweet.
I'm excited too because... no further ado, no waiting. We have the very awesome, talented, and dangerous Mr. Chris Padilla joining us right now. What's up, my man?
Guys? Hey, thanks for having me, brother.
Thank you for joining us very much. Appreciate you, War Taco. And man, it's gonna be cool. We're gonna get to do a giveaway in just a second. I've never done it before, but we'll share the screen. There's a random picker. It'll spin around and pick a name, and you'll get to announce the proud new member of the limited edition. Now, folks, this shirt is limited production. It's only available like it would means words, limited edition. So if you want it, go onto our YouTube channel. The link is in the description. It's also in some of the posts I've shared. Go to Chris's page. It's available there. Click the link, get with them, and get with those shirts before they're gone, and then you can't get them if you're not the lucky one, because one of you guys are going to be very lucky. So, Mr. Padilla, I'm sure you're pretty sick of this question, but I have this one. Why War Taco?
Man, it was just I remember being young, bro. Like I remember like I always knew I was gonna fight, but I always wanted to choose like a cool fight nickname. Like, I always wanted to be the warrior, the assassin, all those the hunter, the cool nicknames, the nightmare. Right. I was a big Diego Sanchez fan, so I was like, man, I want to be the nightmare too. But then you don't want to steal someone else's nickname. So it's just like, okay, I just wanted to come like natural. And basically, bro, just me and my friends were just a group of trolls, jackass kids, not bad kids, but mischievous kids. We were just,
I got you.
That was it. And everyone needed a code name, bro. And I became Taco. And I just remember walking up to a fight and like my first like real fight, and they asked me like, what's your nickname? And I was just like, well, this is the moment where it's like, what do you say? Once you say it, that's who you are, unless you try to change your name. And I was like, Taco. And I just remember feeling so confident. And then the other guys just started laughing at me. And I was just like, and I was like 17, and they started laughing at me. And I was like, damn, okay, well, I got to beat everybody up here now because they think it's a joke. And ever since then, I was Taco.
Nice. Thank you for that origin story, bro. I'm glad it started with a little bit of fun. It started with the boys back in the day. Man, I got to ask another couple of questions, but I'm sure Zac has a few of his own or thoughts of his own. Zac, you want to jump in, man?
Yeah, man. So my question is from like, as a fighter, something I'm trying to work on that you've got, man. You're a finisher. You're a finisher, and you are finishing dudes in the UFC. And like for me, I've won a lot of fights, but not had a lot of finishes, and that's kind of held me back in my career. Like, what is it? Is it a mentality thing? Is it a technique thing? Like, how are you going into all these fights and just getting dudes out of there almost every single time in the UFC?
I think it's a combination of it all. Like the first thought that comes to my head is I was reading this Kobe Bryant book, and he was talking about like watching film and then deciding like, okay, I see that, I like that. How do I implement that in my arsenal? Because there'll be some things I watch where I'm like, well, I'm not that level of a grappler, I'm not that level of a striker, I'm not that level of a wrestler, but I want that tool. So I watch it over and over and over, and I'll try to find other people who do the same thing, and I try to understand the philosophy of what they see, what they're doing, and then like I'll look at the technique, and then I'll break it down, and I'll just keep trying to add these finishing these perfect example. I remember I was it was my second or third amateur fight, and I remember getting hit with a really hard shot. It was super funny too. So that whole time I was watching like Damian Maya this was like his early days where he was like climbing on the cage, taking backs and finishing people. And like I remember watching, I was like, bro, I always want to do that. Like I want to do that in a fight. And I remember when the dude hit me and like he knocked me straight back and he came at me and then we ended up in a grappling exchange. One of the strongest dudes I've ever been across from. And I remember he was wall walking, and then as he was climbing up the wall, I was like, bro, Damian Maya did this in the fight, this exact thing, like trying to use the wall to get up, climbed his back, choked him out. And it was that was like a really big moment for me, like as an 18-year-old, 17-year-old kid, that was like, oh, if I try to understand the mentality of these again, the greats, I can somehow add that to what I am and what I do. And then just trying to be obsessed with every aspect of the sport, but also the mind of winners and conquerors, the people who know how to win, people who know how to execute. And then when you see what they talk about, it's not like, yes, in my opinion, it's a spiritual thing, but I think the spirit is built by knowledge and understanding of how the art of war works. And I wholly believe into it when I step into the cage.
Awesome. Thank you, man. I love that. That's a great answer. Something usable I can do. I love that. Thank you.
What a great, thorough answer, bro. I appreciate that very much. And only you fighters say stuff like, "Oh, I got hit so hard and it was fun." That's not stuff the rest of us say. But I love it. And the only thing I've learned from Kobe Bryant is that I need to be a different beast and the same animal at the same time. I don't know if his service cut up. Oh, there he is. He's back. But yeah, Kobe Bryant's got a lot of great information, a lot of solid stuff to learn from. That's a great person to pick minds of. Folks, me and Zach are here talking with Mr. Padilla, the War Taco. While he's here with us, you can comment on X. You can comment on YouTube. We can bring those comments up. If you got a question or something you want to share with him, please go ahead. We'll be choosing the winner for the giveaway in just a few minutes. Now, Chris, I want to ask, there's a lot of things a fighter has to do. You just talked about a lot of them, from, knowing what to study, how to go about it, how to implement it. But what about all the other things? Like, there's a lot of things a modern UFC fighter has to do. Do you think like social media is super important, or branding, or getting your recognition out there? Like, what's your thoughts on the modern fighter and all the extra things?
Man, it's easy, but it's tough because it's like, okay, I guess like my perfect combat, how they got into that big brawl and everything. Like it was a giant thing. Both Pitbull brothers got into a giant brawl with the other karate combat fighters team, and then they win at it. And I think fighters don't know how to play that part of the sport yet, the internet part of the sport, he could push me and I could push him, but we both know that this is about getting to the fight, not actually, no one's really offended right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we don't understand the code word yet. That's why, like, I think our sport still struggles with creating stars, because for us to create star fighting, like, we actually have to hurt the other guy and actually cause like hotel damage, all this other, like, get fines and things, and it's like that's not sustainable for us. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really know how to show personality, because if somebody's like, "You're ugly," the other fighter's like, "I think he really thinks I'm ugly," and take it super personal, where it's like, bro, you never roasted somebody as a kid. Like, you gotta get your game up. So it's like, we're gonna always struggle with that. And I think the problem too is the guys who have found the it can't really fight that well. Like,
Mm.
that's just my opinion. It's like they more invest in the popular thing versus like, nah, bro, you can't you gotta back that stuff up. And it's and again, I get the UFC's plan. I know why they I ain't mad at it. I love the business part of it. I think it I always say, like, the fans, the businessmen, the fighters, the reporters, we all get together and create magic. It's our job to make the sport larger than life. You know what I mean? But some of the guys that are pushed harder in the limelight haven't really fully developed full rounded skills. Like, oh, this guy's a great striker, and because he's super entertaining striker, let's push him. But it's like, it's the moment he runs into someone who's going to wrestle him, grab him, squeeze him, well, now the star power's gone now because he just got beat. So uh, shit, the report about them saying nobody asked O'Malley a question just because he lost to Marab twice. Now he's not the guy anymore, and like
Right.
that's where I think we struggle in that still.
Yeah, that's hard, man. And there's so many people on the roster. Obviously, they're good fighters, or they wouldn't be there. But like you said, there's that extra element. How do you make yourself stand out and apply yourself? I like how you're talking about like the guys not taking it personally. Like, hey, understand there's a show element to this. Um, so you could handle getting roasted. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, bro, Bobby Green was roasting me in my inbox, bro. Bobby Green was on my head trying to when we were having that little let's fight and stuff. He was in my inbox talking crazy. But for me, like, I grew up in WWE. I know what a persona is. So like you can't do something. I'm like, bro, I know what you're doing. I'm okay with you. I'm okay with it. Like, say what you want to say say all this, but I'm not gonna take it personal. I'm a say it back, but then I'm also going to smash you. Like, there's no guarantee that when I get my hands on you, and it's not even going to be a personal smashing. It's just going to be, I need to make all my money, and a finish will pay very well, and I'm about to handle business. That is it. We could do whatever promo. If you want to slap me at the event so I can fake strangle you, let's do it then. But you better. It has to. It knows that, bro. It's like flow wrestling, bro. If you ever flow wrestle, flow grapple, flow strike, you know how to give somebody a good slap, and okay, this is a part of the show. Not trying to fucking grab a chair and bonk them. Like take it easy, bro. Because again, now we're losing out on money. And at the end of the day, the sport's about getting money. It's martial arts, yes, but it's like you could be a poor martial artist and it sucks. So get your money.
Yes. Super sucks. Super sucks. Yeah, man. Like you said, circling back to that previous story you mentioned with the Pitbull brothers and stuff, everybody lost, right? The fans lost because we didn't get to see a fight we wanted to see. The promotion lost the main event, which is brutal, and the fighters, obviously, Patricio lost a big paycheck. Like that's three L's. Everybody gets served, and nobody gets anything good from it. So, like you said, I get what you're saying there. Now you're in the part of the UFC now where like everything seems to be for clicks, and you're doing a damn good job inside the cage, whooping ass as much as you can, getting all those finishes. Do you feel any pressure to keep up uh the finish rate that you got going on?
Yeah, I mean, it would be a lie to say I don't, because again, now they're putting 25, 100K on everybody's head, so it's like I want 25 or 100K every time I fight. So it's like, yeah, the pressure's there, but again, my style is perfectly built for it. Um, One of my favorite things is I don't create a game plan off my opponent's weaknesses. I create it off their strengths. So it's like if you can beat somebody in their strengths, it's easier to their weaknesses will be wide open. I think that's where again it goes back to the finishes. I know where you're strong and I will fight you where you're strong. But again, just because you're strong there doesn't mean there aren't holes there, you know? So it's like I'm gonna finish them. Like, and if you get away, it's a narrow escape. You know, it's always a narrow escape with the finish.
That's what's up. Much respect to that. Zach, you got any other thoughts you wanted to jump in there?
I mean, I get, dude. This has been a great. Thanks for coming on. Like, you're smart, dude. You're the only person I've ever talked to, only other fighter, and I'm on a fight team with 40 other guys. You're the only person I've ever talked to that gets this game, right? Gets this like, how can we make money? How can we make it look good? But we're still gonna fight on Saturday, right? Not on Thursday night, not on Friday night. We're gonna do this thing. And dude, you're a smart dude. Love that you came on. Love hearing you chat. Like you've got it figured out, man. And I love to see that.
I want to ask you, Chris, is there one thing, maybe just one thing in the fight game, and you don't got to name any names or whatever, but something in the process of your pro career that maybe was frustrating or you think needs improvement, whether it was your journey through the regionals, maybe currently now in the highest organization of the land? What part of the professional game needs a little adjustment?
I would say for me the most frustrating thing I've ever dealt with was just losing those close decisions where it's like I know, and I know everyone says this, but I guarantee you can go through my list of my close losses where I was just like I just felt so far ahead, and just to lose it narrowly is just that's frustrating because it's like. So I just did some commentating recently at Up Next Fighting. Shout out to them. That's the organization I fought for last before I got to the UFC. But like I'm commentating, and we have a decent sized screen in front of the commentating booth. Like you can see everything happening. And like I had this question of like, why don't the judges have something like this? Like, do they have a screen, or are they looking through a fence still? Like, why are they looking through a fence to do the
Oh,
most important thing of the entire event? Like nothing else matters. The comment, it could be quiet. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
as
yeah.
long as we know who won the fight, like that's what it comes down to, bro. So I would say that's literally the one thing that's like that pissed every fighter off. Every fighter, as soon as you see they don't have that, you'll be like, what? They're watching like the fans?
Yeah,
Oh man. So
dude,
yeah.
thank you for bringing that up because it is gonna bring me to this point. So I know Nevada, this is where I live, Vegas. I know Nevada, the judges have screens and they're supposed to only use it if their view is obstructed, which is cool, which brings to your point that you're just making. But what if, like, what's up with, and do you even want to fight in places like New Jersey, like this past weekend, which is using the old rules? Like, do you find that frustrating that you have to play fucking rule interpreter as well as be a badass fighter?
Yeah, I would say it's one of those things that's like obviously you're just like, come on, bro, what we doing? Like now I gotta remember a whole nother set of rules. But like weirdly enough, bro, I always feel super dialed in. Like like I don't feel ever out of control. Like I don't like I know you can't like okay the kneeing rule. Like I know you can't knee there. They're going back to the old knee rule, but it's like as soon as you tell me what the rule is, I'm already locked in. I'm like, cool, bro. Like, I will not break the rule. Just because I feel like I'm always in my body. But it's like, yeah, bro, we need unified rule. Uh, Either we need judges with screens or we need AI doing the judging. Like if AI is making promo for the entire fight events, like we can't like that's one of those funky questions. Like, why do we have the
I
smartest thing in our existence creating fake videos where we could just have the AI just be like, hey, based off my calculations, he won, he lost. Like get rid or make the judges actually have to go through some type of vetting process as far as training. Like, okay, if you're caught, because I'm gonna ask you guys tell me if I catch you in a guillotine and you knock me down in the fight, who gets the higher point?
It definitely should go to the
Should be the knockdown. Yeah, it should be the knockdown.
But why, if I lock you in the guillotine and almost finish you in the guillotine, why
No,
wouldn't
that's
that
a
be
good
considered?
one. That's a good consideration. How deep was it? Yeah, that's tricky.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
tricky. That's tricky.
But now, if we, depending on what judge, now that's the thing. Depending on what judge, it's like, man, that knockdown, that was kind of scary. Or if your judge is just like, man, he was squeezing on him for like 2 minutes. Those are like the funky things of it. And it's like, I believe having some form of training would clear that up, or at least get us closer to it, you know? So, yeah, man, I have like little complaints, not even complaints. I would say just little ways that you could enhance the sport and just make it clearer.
All right, folks. One more time, final call. If you got any questions that you want to drop into Mr. Padilla, now's your time. Drop them on X, drop them on YouTube. We can import them in, share them with him. But my man, you just talked on something, and I want to give you 3 choices, because you just talked about the frustrating part of being on a tight decision. So, of these 3 very viable solutions, which would you like to see be utilized maybe down the line to fix judging? Fix, air quote, or just improve. All right. Go from 3 judges to 5. So 5 judges is option A. Open scoring, so the fighters know where they're at through the rounds, as option 2. Or option 3, if it's a split decision or unclear, you go to a sudden death or a final victory round. What would you like? Sudden death. There we go. Hell yeah,
bro. I'm a cardio machine, bro. So like for me, I wish I had another round, because in the prediction I said, they were like, oh, like what would be the best case scenario? I was like, the referee pulling me off my opponent. And if you look at the last exchange of the fight, even though it went to a decision, it's the ref stopping me from kneeing him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we got, bro, I literally could do this all day, especially like, I always tell people like, bro, I literally gave some of the hardest fights in the regional scene to get paid like $3,000. Like, imagine getting paid $3,000 and you're bleeding out of your head. You're you're about to die in the back because you're so blown out. Versus like, hey, the UFC is going to give you this and this if you go do that. Oh, bro, sign me up. If it got to be war every time, then we're war every time. Otherwise, I'm going to finish you. It's either a war or I'm going to finish you. No other way about it.
I like it. I'm a supporter of the sudden death, sudden victory round. Different phrasing, how people want to say it. So I'm glad you're on board with that.
Sudden death.
All right. Got one question here that I'm going to drop in for you, and I'll read it so we can all get on here. From a fan's perspective, I just like you to know that you're a well-respected fighter, and you know that you bring it. Oh, well, it's a compliment. It's not a question. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Azur saying, you know, you're a badass fighter, and everybody knows it. So there you go. All right. So this is my first time doing this, but I think it'll work good. Yeah, thank you very much. All right, I'm gonna pull up the wheel of opportunity. We'll find out one of these people will be the winner, and we'll get to see who it is. All the people are listed on the side, folks. If you'll see yourselves in this name group at some point. Pause the video. I don't know, figure it out. But you're here. I double checked the list. The two lists that went out, I checked them both twice. So here we go. I'm gonna click it now. We'll see what's happening. Mr. Bobby Blunt.
That's the perfect winner right there, bro.
I was like, I know you're a supporter. I know you're a supporter of the cannabis and stuff. So that's so cool that Bobby gets to win that. That's awesome.
Let's go, Bobby Blunt.
Hey, that's awesome. Dude, that's crazy. The odds that A noted smoker links up with another noted smoker is the best thing I could have possibly hoped for. Shout out to everybody who likes Paco Lolo. I love it.
That's
All right.
hilarious, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, it's one in a chance. I want to thank everybody who participated in the giveaway, everybody who supported. We'll keep doing these things in the near future. Once again, if you didn't win and you're like, shit, I want that shirt, on the YouTube, in the description is the merch link. In the giveaway promos, the merch link is also there too. Check it. DM me if you need it. It's on Chris's page as well. So go buy it. It's limited edition. Sorry to all who didn't win, but thank you for playing. Thank you for joining. Chris, I'm not going to hold you up any much further. I know you got important things to do. But that leads to my final question. You know, once upon a time, I was a professional in a different sport, had nothing to do with punching people, but I did coach and I still coach from time to time. What do you find beneficial to you or just in life from coaching? What has coaching brought to you in life?
I would say that it's helped me understand just all the different psychologies of so many different people. Just like, it's crazy that everybody just has their wall, man. Everybody has their strengths. Everybody perceives things differently. You could say literally the same line. I will do that, and I will do that will sound different through 8 different faces and heads. And it's like same thing with body kicks, leg kicks. So it's like it's taught me to, you can't look at it the same, you know. And I think we sometimes we try to do that. And yeah, it's just giving me a deeper love for people, like humans, just dealing with them, man. So it's like, as much as frustrated as I could get sometimes, it's like taught me like to take a deep breath and be like, no, this this person is trying. If they wish they could get it perfect, but it's not clicking yet. So yeah, man, it's taught me a lot of compassion, empathy. So yeah, I'm grateful for coaching, man. I've been coaching since I was probably like 14, you know?
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, bro, I've been coaching a long time. And shout out to my coach, bro. Like, I paid for a year worth of training, which was a crazy story in its own. And he knew I couldn't afford to pay another year, but I was at training every day. So like, I was like, again, dialed into fighting, training, everything. So he was like, man, you got some real progress on you. I'm gonna have you teach the kids jiu-jitsu, kids kickboxing. Worked up from there. Then I eventually started teaching adults. So it was like, yeah, bro, teaching changed my life, definitely.
Hell yeah, man. I love that progression. It's funny how you give and then it gives back in this funny perpetual circle of awesomeness that happens from it. Say, man, Mr. Padilla, thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your answers. Is there anything else you want the world to know, you know, before you go do other things and me and Zach finish the show?
Zach, I'm a big fan of your fighting. Just know, shit, I watch the fights all. I wanted to say earlier, but I was like, hold on. This is not the appropriate moment to say it. So here it is. So thank you. Thank you guys for having me on. Yeah, man, just internet trolls, keep being internet trolls. You guys make me laugh. Someone said I'm like a homeless guy. I appreciate that. And I'm saying it on here because it was one of the Twitter guys. So I thought that was hilarious. Eat some tacos, be cool with people, man. Everything's chaotic, so you know, just try to chill out. And yeah, man, enjoy yourselves.
A great message. Thank you for your time once again. I appreciate it.
Peace.
Take care. All right, the War Taco, everybody. Chris Padilla, the man. Hey, he's just as fun as he seems on TV, man.
Dude, I talked to a lot of fighters. You obviously talked to a lot of fighters. Dude, that was probably the best interview, best talk I've ever been a part of. That was great, man.
Hell yeah. I love when the fighters give you love, bro. I really when the fighters give you love, I feel so happy for you. That's super cool.
Dude, my last DBX fight, the guy that fought the Korean hippo, came up to me like before the fight, and he was like, "Dude," he goes, "I've been watching you my whole career. Like, I'm such a fan." I was like, "Yo, dude, I'm not that old. Like, get out of here, okay? I'm not that old. So don't come up to me like that."
Love it. Hey, but his career is short. His career is short and stuff. So that's a big compliment, man. Hey, congratulations, Bobby. I'm gonna DM you, get your information, get that shirt out to you ASAP, and to everybody else. Once again, hit me up. I got the link. Check the link in the description. All that stuff. Go support your fighters. Like, before I go on a rant, I'm just a mini rant. Everybody wants to talk about fighter this, fighter that. Support their merch, silly gooses. It goes straight to them. I mean, obviously, a little bit goes to the people who make the shirt, but fucking, it's like the easiest straight line to helping them. So go do it. Like, and stop talking, do something.
I've said this too many times. Like, yes, complain about fighter pay, right? We can complain about fighter pay. That's fine. Support fighters when someone does something like this. Like, this is not obviously. I've never sold a T-shirt on here, right? Not every fighter is doing this. He's giving an opportunity for you to support him, for him to rep him, to look cool, to get something out of it. He's not just asking for give me money, right? He's giving you something in return. Support him.
That's it right there. All right. So now we go back to the regularly scheduled program. Our one true tradition on this show that has lived since day one, the UFC Pump and Dump. Folks, if you don't know what that is, that's when me and Zach look back at the most recent event, UFC 328 in this case. We look at the entire event, top to bottom, and we'll give one set of love and one set of criticism. And I don't get to choose what we're doing first. The High Chief does. So what are we doing?
So I'm pumping first, and I have a little micro like pump and a dump that's unrelated, but Ooh. my little it's a pump and a dump for the New Jersey State Athletic Commission, right?
Yes.
You already talked about the dump part, right? Like why aren't we using the rules? Why aren't we? They're the unified rules of MMA. Why you're gonna not like? Why don't we just fight with swords then in New Jersey? Like, if we're not going to use the MMA rules, but that's I actually want to give them some love. I actually want to give the judges some love here. There was 2 fights, super close fights. Obviously, the title fight with Hamza and Sean, and then the fight with Volkov and Waldo. Like, those fights, I believe that they got right and were very, very easy to get wrong because the guys going backwards won. And if you're basing it off damage, I believe they got him right. And that was like both those fights. I was like, Waldo's going to win this fight just because he's running forward and throwing overhands. No, they gave it to Volkov. They gave it to the guy who should have won the fight. And then the same thing with Sean and Hamza. I was like, Hamza just diving, shooting, getting a takedown with 0 damage, like should not score and didn't. So shout out to the judges there.
Shout out to the judges and absolutely negative F- to the crowd. The most ignorant, autism-based crowd I've ever heard. So retarded group of people. Shout out New Jersey. How you doing? But yeah, the back to the rules thing real quick. It's unacceptable. It's 2026, bruh. Like, right. I've lived through this sport since 1993. I've seen everything happen. There's no reason. You can literally send an email and reach everybody in every commission of every state right now. And we're still doing this stuff. It's the ununified rules. That I posted that. It's the ununified rules of MMA.
We flew to Azerbaijan. I couldn't even tell you if they have MMA fights there before the UFC got there. But you know what they did? They used the unified rules. Like New Jersey, you can use the unified rules. You don't have to use your special New Jersey rules.
Thank you. All right. So
all right, sorry. Back on track. My my pump, Joshua Van.
Oh, we have a clip.
And
go ahead.
So
we have a second one. There's two clips. Wait, one more.
So like I said last week, Tatsuro is my friend. Trains with me. Like, this is not a pump. Oh, you won the fight. Oh, you beat him up. What as much as I hated to see Tatsuro lose, I love that guys are figuring out the the grappling meta, right? We saw round one. Round one might have been a 10-8. Massive discrepancy in grappling. Tatsuro, way better than grappling. That's why we both picked him last week to win, because grappler beats striker. Well, now when the striker saves his energy and just stays safe on the bottom and then just throws hammers when he gets back up. And Jan did this to Rob as well. Like, this is how, as a striker, the rules can help you. You're going to get back up at the end of the round, right? And that grappler had to use energy to keep you down. Then you got to throw heat when you're back on the feet. You can't go out there and touch and pick and feel, and get taken down again. When you're up, you're throwing heat and you're doing damage, and they're not going to be able to wear over 5 rounds and try and grapple at the same time.
That's it, man. What could I possibly say to that? I can't really add anything better or against that. I can share this. I'm gonna share that stoppage was a little for me. I don't know how much fighters or how much Japanese fighters you guys watch. They are notorious for heart. They literally do not die until stopped, like, physically. And he wasn't like completely out of it. It looked like he was going for a leg. He didn't look that. I mean, yeah, he was he getting tuned up? Yes. But it didn't look like he was out of the fight necessarily needed saving. He didn't look that far gone on any level. And just shout out to Joe Giannetti and bring up his comment there. Skeletor. We'll get Skeletor on here soon. I'm not saying things were going to get better for Tyra, but that was a wild time to stop the fight, considering the battering he took in round 3. Right? Like, he already got it more dirty and is fine. And I get it. Maybe the ref is thinking cumulative damage, but once again, he was taking defensive or aggressive action. He wasn't just dying. So
yeah,
the stoppage was.
My take on that is as Tatsuro's friend is that, like, it was a bad stoppage. Like, based on the rules of the sport, it was a bad stoppage. But based on, like, the fighting style and how the fight was going, he wasn't going to win. Like, he wasn't even rolling him in leg lock. Like, he wasn't getting that shot that he was going for, and it was going to get worse. So, like, for me, I'm, like, happy that the beating stopped, but I do think that was a bad stoppage as far as the rules go.
Fair enough. Well, folks, I'm going to be dropping more clips, and you want to join us live because you can see all the clips before UFC. I mean, UFC, YouTube. But yeah, they forced me to edit them for later versions that stay on our page. So if you want to see all the good clips, then be here live and support it, and like and subscribe. Don't forget all that shit. All right, so pumping my pump. I'm gonna break the rules. Is that a surprise at this point?
Yeah, there are no rules.
There are no rules. All right. Rule number 1: break all the rules. I pumped an athletic commission should be on a shirt. We're gonna get fully hydrated gear, and that's a quote that's gonna go on there. I pumped athletic. All right. This one is a pump and a micro dump, but we're just gonna do it. Fuck it. Jim fucking Miller. That's his name. That's on his birth certificate. That's how it should be said for all time. The guy is all capitals, O and G, and just so awesome. Now, you're probably thinking, like, what? Didn't you say a micro dump? Yeah, I said a micro dump. A micro dump to the UFC for not highlighting his story, and you want to manufacture stories, and I can go on for days on it. You want to manufacture bullshit stories, but you have a real awesome, genuinely awesome story regarding one of the best men of character you've ever had in your organization, your all-time stats leading guy in like pretty much every meaningful way, and you just kind of like massage it into his pre-fight announcement. And I'm glad, and in fairness, you gave him the 100K because he freaking deserved it, and it goes to good things or whatever. God bless him and his family. But come on, UFC, like, you got some real badass, real stories, bro. You got some real stories that will affect the hearts and minds of the public of all ages, and you guys just sit on them and you miss and you miss and you miss, and I fucking hate it. But God bless you, Miller family, and hell yeah, Jim, you still got it, bud.
Yeah, dude, you're totally right, and I feel like I'm not trying to get like all old and like boomery, but I feel like you're right. They want these manufactured stories, even though they have a real amazing, like heartwarming story, but it's not what they think Gen Z wants to see, right? So it's not guys throwing water bottles and stuff like that. They showed Hamzat kicking Sean in the balls 8 million times, right? But you had to go like look for Jim Miller's story.
Yeah.
And one thing, I'm glad you brought this up because someone getting guillotined. I just went on a rant last week about the guillotine. And so even someone in the comments was like, you got to show me how to defeat a guillotine. I get guillotined all the time. Listen, okay, watch. Armin was getting guillotined by the best guillotine guy that exists, by Charles Oliveira. If I'm getting choked, right, their body's on this side, they're choking my head this way, I need to go that way. I need to put my pressure on that shoulder, not get crunched down this way. And the last ditch effort, the last thing I do, I roll completely to mount. And Jim is good. Jared tried to roll to mount, and Jim stopped him and finished him halfway there. But the last thing you do is you just completely give up mount. What Joe said, where he says it gets even worse because mount. That's a lie. That's not true. It's harder to finish a guillotine from the mount than it is from your guard. But stop getting guillotined, guys. Jared Gordon, don't get guillotined.
There you go. There you got some study tape. Go study Armin against Charles. Zach just gave the secret sauce. And there's another story that is so fucking good. I reiterated it, and thousands of people jumped onto it after the fact. But here, let's just see what the guy was doing first, and then I'll get to all the good stuff. Yaroslav Amoslav, dude. Like, literally probably one of the coolest fucking dudes in modern time. He deserves a movie, in my opinion. The only thing that I regret is that he's not American. This guy is the most patriotic, badass dude that is not one of us. And here's him in wartime when he served for the Ukrainian army. He went back. He was the active, reigning, defending, super multiple time winning Bellator champion at the peak of his athletic career at the time, but he gave it up. He gave up some time to serve for his country and do the damn thing. And here's the better part of it. Here's a story that I'm so mad that the UFC, and only because DC is DC and he blabbered Bellator on the broadcast a few times because he's himself, but they're so like xenophobic to other brands that they miss the stories, these good human stories that are way better than bullshit. And this is a man who hid his Bellator belt in a war zone, let his family evacuate, and then retrieved it later. That's how much it meant to him. That's how much fighting means to him, bro. Watch this. That was him. That was him doing that. And if there's if he's willing to do that for any belt, and that's what meant to him, the world title was real to him, I need him to be UFC champion. I need that. I need it, bro. Like, please. Come on, Amosov.
Dude, you're right that like that moment, that clip that you just showed, that is so yeah, who gives a shit what organization the belt for? That is a like heart-touching moment. That's a scene that if the UFC blows that up, puts it out there, that could be like I can't even put into words how amazing that is for him to hide his belt, have to leave, go back as a soldier fighting people, and then to get his to recover his belt. Dude, that's amazing. And then on top of that, that finish like made me, I go, why the hell haven't I ever done that? Like up the claw, mat return straight to that was like Mighty Mouse suplexing to the armbar, suplexing to the head and arm. I was like, that's genius, dude. That was so awesome.
So slick, so good with it. All right, so on to the next category. We're doing dumps.
Yeah. Sorry, we're all discombobulated now.
We're all pumped up,
live.
dude. We're so
live.
pumped
Yeah,
up. We're so pumped up.
My dump, and it's super specific, right? And he's a friend of mine. But my dump is Joaquin Buckley.
Ooh, and I have a clip for that too.
So, and like I said, Joaquin's a friend of mine. I say this every time I make a dump. This is not because he lost the fight, right? I lost 6 of them, right? But you lose fights sometimes. This is very, very specifically because he made a reel about training no grappling. And I know it was fake. The kipping escape that he did, that's literally Nicky Rod's special from B Team. I know Joaquin was at B Team training, preparing for this fight, this specifically for grappling. And I get it. I get making funny reels. And if he would have won, it would have been hilarious. I get it. But if you're going to make a reel saying that you did no grappling training, you better not get 30-24 and held down for 15 straight minutes. Period. That's just you live by the reel, you die by the reel. Okay, like that's how it goes.
Yeah. I just want to say that I love all you fighters that I've got to talk to, and all the ones I didn't get to talk to. Love you guys too. But pre-fight interview stuff, don't believe the direct opposite of anything they say. They say, oh, that guy better bring his singlet and wrestling shoes where I'm going to take him to the mat. He's not shooting, not once. If the wrestler guy says, oh yeah, I'm going to box him up. No, he's going to wrestle him. They guarantee it. And just like that. Oh, I wasn't even doing that. No, you're doing it, and you're doing it with one of the deadliest squads on earth to do it. So I love that. I actually love that a little bit, but just put that in your mind, fans. If you hear that, that's a trigger. All right. Just use that as a little mental clue. I just want to also dump on the crowd again, booing that situation. I know Joe Rogan and the gang said it on the broadcast, like, oh, do you know how hard it is to hold a guy like Joaquin Buckley down? Dude, hold anybody down. Like, hold anybody down that's not your baby brother. Like, it's hard. And maybe your baby brother is big. Maybe that's super hard. I don't know. But the point is, they're not appreciating. Okay, was Brady landing the most life-ending shot? No. But those constant repetition of small thuds, them shits suck. And I bet Joaquin's face is all lumpy today from him, even though it didn't look so dramatic. That shit adds up fast. And the fans just not appreciating it makes me not appreciate them. Mm-hmm. That's all I want to say about that. All right. So my dump is going to be not really about the fight. It's about this feeling I have of forced production, of forced narrative, of forced imagery to cast almost an illusion over the watching audience. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all because there's plenty of authentic things. Okay, here's Exhibit A. I'm going to do this like courtroom shit. Exhibit A, look at this. This is weird. All the men, listen to Mr. Anik there. Look at all the men between them, this big stage of production. like the TSA and your airport security. This big theater of safety and security that's going on. Look, they got 100 men separating these two bradas because that's how much you need. It's very WWE and it stinks. It's weird. It's awkward. It's unnecessary. It just goes into this. Oh, they're so rivaled up, right? But then here's another clip. Just it's funny what a few minutes of fighting can do. But they were fist bumping between every round like they were best friends at a concert. Watch this. Exhibit B of the bullshit reel. Oh, what the fuck was that? You just needed 50 men on horseback to keep you guys separated, but now you're just patty caking it up and giving kisses like entering the 5th round, the championship round, the most important fucking thing in your life. The world title's on the line. It could be 2 apiece rounds, and this is it. This is between you and greatness and being relegated. And it's so weird to me. And then this audio exhibit C, I think this kills the case. Watch it and think.
I believe he just said, "I love you, man."
You turn it up. Listen, I heard Hamzat say it. I heard him say it. I love you, man. Listen, right in the beginning.
I believe he just said, "I love you, man."
Bruh, let me tell you something. You come talking heavy shit on Hawaiians, Polynesians, my Hawaiian culture, my people. Maybe I'll forgive you down the line at some point, but I ain't gonna be cool in a couple minutes. I'm not gonna say, "I love you, man." Ha ha ha. This is all fun and games. Oh, how funny this is. Ha ha ha. This is bullshit, bro. This whole thing was bullshit, from the nut kick, the stage, the pageantry, like this unnecessary need to sell. And I don't even get it. I don't even understand. I'm not smart enough. Somebody teach me. This made more sense if we were still in the old era of pay-per-views. Like, you needed to draw a few 100,000 more purchasers, bump up your pay. Fuck yeah, do it. I don't understand. Maybe I don't understand the pay model. Somebody teach me. Somebody let me know. But this is just stinks. It just fucking smells of WWE shit, and I hate it. There you go. That's my dumb.
So I have 2 angles to talk about this. I have 2 things to talk about. The first one, I'd like to believe it's real. It's still real to me, damn it, right? No, but like I would like to believe that as martial artists, as anyone, like 20 minutes of fist fighting, like the hate goes away. I truly believe if you have someone in your life that you hate, if you guys just socked each other for 20 minutes, like you would figure it out. You would be like, okay, maybe I don't hate you as much, or at least I have a little bit more respect for you. So there's that. The second piece, guys, is it's wild to me that the world, even the betting lines, you're letting the UFC hype guys and push odds and decide fights, right? Like, or decide betting lines. Me and Rob, we have no sponsors. Right? We have no sponsors. We're not pushing engagement, and maybe that's why we're bad podcasters or bad streamers, because we're not pushing engagement. When I say I've wrestled Sean and Hamzat's knocking me home down, I'm not saying it for clicks. I'm saying it because it's real. Like, the plus 400 on Sean going into this fight was so wild and so insane, and it was all from hype. It was all from Hamzat hype clips that have been getting shared over and over and over, and even leading into this fight, just like that. We got 50 guys in the ring. What's going to happen if they're not there? Oh, they might fight. Oh, what are they there? What are they there to do?
They might do what they're contractually obligated to do this evening. Yeah, it's weird, dude. And I'll just go into a little further. Grab some tinfoil. If you don't got tinfoil, I'll sponsor the show with tinfoil. Shout out to everybody watching. And stick with us live. If you're on YouTube, hit like, support us, help us out. Here's the thing. Polymarket being a sponsor of the UFC has had weird shit going on, bro. And I don't believe in that much coincidence. Collusion is more constant than coincidence. I say it again. Collusion is more constant than coincidence. Run this up. Remember, there was a bet or prediction. Sorry, technicality. Fuck it. There's a bet that who were they gonna fist bump because they're over there kicking dicks and calling their moms hoes. Watch this. Watch this. That was posted by the UFC themselves, highlighting specifically the fist bump. I don't remember them highlighting the fist bump of any other match. Was it because that bet also existed on Polymarket? Super weird shit. There were Polymarket odds that they wouldn't touch gloves. Yes, exactly. Which is fucking really weird that they're highlighting such a minute, insignificant thing, and then that happens. And then I also want to share. There is, hey, if you're gonna bet, God bless you, good luck, because the odds are not in your favor. I know this from lots of information, but that's not the point. The point is this: somebody lost their ass. Somebody might end up in the river over this one, dude.
Did you see two? Oh, keep going. Go ahead.
Well, $1.4 million. Somebody just lost a lot of drug money, is what I'm trying to tell you. Somebody might end up in a river. That shit is fucked up.
Two guys in the Caucasus killed themselves from betting on Hamza.
Oh.
From selling their houses or mortgaging their houses and putting it on Hamza, and then he lost them, and then they killed themselves. God. Like
not to do that. Don't.
Polymarket's not going to be sponsoring this show anyways. But so, guys, don't bet. Don't market your take a mortgage out and bet it on somebody. And there was also weird line movement in the Sean Brady Joaquin fight. That was another story this week about weird line movement. And
they went out to the loser though. Weird.
Yeah, right. But it's like the Polymarket thing that this is a whole other thing, that there's this weird non-betting betting thing that was weird to begin with. And now it's a sponsor of the UFC. It's a sponsor of an athletic league. Like, don't bet, guys. Don't bet. Save your money.
Don't do it. Just want to, you know what? Rest in peace to my uncle Roger Sims, who used to run the Rio Hotel here in Las Vegas. He used to run the sports book. He was the VP through the 90s, presidents through the 2000s. No longer with us. But my uncle dropped some game on me, and it's called math, guys. And just that's it, math. Okay, it's not in your favor, folks. Go do some other shit in life. All right. Let's get to the people's thoughts. We got this had a lot of division. This was actually, I was more surprised by this poll than many others. Thank you for everybody who participated. 39.8% said they loved it. 34.9% called it mid. But a surprising 25.3% said it super sucked, which puts this fight all over the damn place and hard to read. We have a lot of comments, so I'm gonna like turbo blast through this stuff as best I can. Here we go, lightning round comments. Brandon the Truth, the fights I watched aside from the main event was good, but I didn't watch the whole event. I respect the truth from Brandon. That's respectable. And brother Nicholas Basile says there was a lot of grappler versus striker matchups. You mentioned this, Zach. Sabatini versus Gomez, Amasal versus Alvarez, Van versus Tyra, Strickland, Chimaev. It's 2026, and I'm not sure that you can say that the grappler versus striker dynamic favors the grappler as often as it used to. Small timeout. You just said this with your big fighting IQ brain, announcing that the meta is maybe slipping a little bit.
They're figuring it out. Guys are figuring out. You saw Strickland didn't throw any teeps, right? That's the joke. Jab and teep. Didn't throw any teeps. Just box, sprawl, and brawl. That's how you beat grapplers.
Every time you lift your leg to kick, folks, you're doing the wrestler's job for them. All right, moving on. To Hosmal, loved it. A proper event, finally. I think he says proper because he loves fighter from the Caucasus region. Love you, brother. I know you're biased. It's all good. We're all biased. And oops. Danny, Really good, lots of fun, competitive scraps. Co-main was lit. Totally correct. Daniel Dubbs, great card, and the final 3 fights were drama-filled and really lived up to the billing. Vita, it was good, but the co-main got me. Absolutely gutted. Proud of Tyra. Still, man, just heartbroken. Yeah, I feel that. I felt the same way. John Garcia, after Hasman got the takedown early in the first round, I thought the fight was over. Credit to Sean for turning it around, and battling for the win. What a fight. Van over Tyra was fight of the night, except for the early stoppage. Great wins by Miller and Green really make it a fun fight.
Yeah, there's been so much going on. We didn't even talk about Bobby Green. Great win by Bobby Green. We haven't
Bobby.
Yeah, not King.
Bobby. Chris called him Bobby too. And he was about to fight him. So it's Bobby, everybody. Let the announcer call him King. That's up to them. Hikomori. Co-main did the heavy lifting. Early fights weren't bad. 7 out of 10. Brother Rudy, who's in the comments. Shout out, Rudy. Much love, man. He said, great event. Yup. Slam Dunkin'. That's a good pun. This was one of those cards where the prelims were all bangers, and I enjoyed the main co-main. Also, those guys weren't able to, even though those guys weren't able to get it done, so to speak. Boop, boop, boop. Arkansas Dad. Great card. Loved it. I like the name.
So 25% said super sucked. Were there any comments that said why they didn't like it?
We're getting there. We're on the final 3. We're on the final 3. Maybe we'll get there. Mike, it was a fun time. So no, not him. Mike loved it. He wasn't part of the 25%. And Rex.
Okay, Rex didn't like it.
Only good main card was Van. Okay, see, he was one of the 25%. Shout out Rex for representing the minority. Stay strong, my brother. Love it. And then just for spice, shout out to the fight guy. What's up, homie? I don't understand how anybody actually hated that card. It's 25% of the people hated it. Have to be a deranged paid hater at that point.
Rudy's got it. It's just all the people from the caucuses just mad.
I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at that madness. It's fair. It's relatable. I think I've been there more than a few times. All right, we're done with that. UFC 328 in the rear view mirror behind us and stuff. So we briefly, and I mean briefly, look to the very near future and we do our prediction. We don't go through the whole card. There's lots of other cool channels that do that. But here we are. Main event only. Arnold Allen, Melquizael Costa. Let's go. Hi, Chief. Who you picking?
Dude, I like Arnold Allen, and I think he's super good. And he's just had some weird breaks in his in like on off and on his last few fights. I'm picking Arnold Allen. Like, I think that this is an uphill fight for him, but I'm picking him.
Respect. Ever since I found out that he was named after Arnold, like Arnold, it made me like him more. I shout out to his dad for getting that past his mom. Like, he just loved Arnold so much. He was like, hell yeah, I'm doing that, which I think is just awesome.
Have you seen his like home, like where he comes? Like, his dad was like a bodybuilder, and there's like a bodybuilding like, but it's with like rocks and stuff made in his backyard, and that's like what he grew up with, was just lifting weights in the backyard, trying to be Arnold all day, every day.
No wonder he's so strong for his weight class. That all makes sense now. No, I didn't know that, but awesome. Hell yeah, I love that. I'm throwing my bias in there. I've met Milky, super cool dude. So I'm blind. I'm letting you know my bias is tainted here. I've not had the honor of meeting Mr. Allen yet, so maybe that would swing it. But Mr. Costa, super cool dude, super humble dude. One of my favorite stories that got put out on the internet was he was like shopping for a TV after his fight, and they were playing his fight, and like the person in the store was like, and that guy looks like you. Like it was like, it's me. So, anyways, just like people are unassuming and very cool. That's how he was when I met him. So once again, very biased. This is a pick 'em fight. Good luck, everybody, wherever you might go on your decision on this. You got anything you want to throw out there, bud?
No, it just that as much as we like to hate on them, as much as we don't like them putting the stories away, the cards have been good. We say it every single week. Cards have been good recently, or for a while now.
For a while, we are running late, but there's still so much other fighting that happened this week. We are prioritizing the UFC like we always do because we love them. But there was other cool shit, and I don't want you guys to miss out on it. So I'm gonna blast through this as fast as I can with minimal talking, just because it deserves its day in the sun. BKFC, maybe the first show of theirs that I thought was mid. I wasn't totally into it. I'm not against rock music. It's the format of bands and then fighting, then pause the fighting for bands, then pause the band for the fighting. This is not my deal. I don't like it. But Taylor Starling, the brand's darling, she can do interviews. She can pretty much do everything. She's pretty badass at all of it. And I think I have her clip.
Her probably. Oh no, I was just saying her weigh-ins are probably like more watched than half the cards.
There's a good reason for that. And I got a couple clips here. I can't tell which one is which, so we're just gonna run them, see what happens. That was a Russian rock singer getting punched by an American bull rider. USA. Here's clip number 1. Totally screwed that one up, but who cares? Here's another clip. Here's Taylor Starling. The beautiful, the talented, the dangerous Taylor Starling. Man, and then we're not done yet because there was boxing and then there was more MMA. So your MMA bled into Sunday. That Blood Fest was on Thursday. Blood for Blood was on Thursday. Something like that. I don't know. The week was long. Fuck it. Who cares? Let's get to the cool videos. Japan knows what they're doing and they do it like all the time. If you weren't here in the beginning, now you're here and you want to see this. This is why global rules MMA is the shit. And UFC needs to adopt this right away. Let's go. That entire fight is illegal according to New Jersey MMA rules. Then there was badass boxing. Heavyweight boxing was going on across the pond, and two big brothers showed why heavyweight boxing is still maybe the coolest thing around, maybe forever and all time, forever will be. Here we go.
So gutsy. 1-2's down the line. He's hurt, but he's still trying to throw here, Wilby. crazy spot.
That was fucking everything you could ever hope for in a fight, man. That just was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And boxing has something that MMA doesn't have, in that it has an extensive amateur program, right? The Olympics, amateur systems, gyms, like lineages, they come up. So anytime the top like gets old and moves on, right? The Furies, Usyks out there, they're kind of on the way out. There's always dudes right there ready to step up. It's not like in MMA, we're kind of where we're at right now. We're like, who's next? Like what are we waiting? What are we waiting for? That never happens in boxing. There's always guys waiting to be the next guy.
That's truth. That's truth right there. Well, sometimes you're in boxing and your dad was that guy, and then you got to like deal with everybody and their mama who's been untalented, who's never played a sport, comparing you in some dumb shit way just because you share a name. Shout out to Shane Mosley Jr., super cool guy. I've actually ran into both the Shane's, Shane Sr. while shopping at Neiman Marcus one time on random, and I run into Shane Jr. At my local EOS Fitness. Well, I will not tell you where he is, so you cannot come and bother him now that you know him, because he's winning in Zuffa. But anyway, good for him, man. Being the underdog, winning, and all that stuff. So here's a quick video of that.
This is the main event of the evening. Going some levels to his game. Mosley Jr. as well with that jab. Good body shot by Mosley Jr.
Good shot from Borchuk. Good counter from Mosley.
Hand over the top from Serhi. Center of the ring, just swapping leather, trading. Good right hand around where something's going to change. Oh! Right hand scores the knockdown! Borchuk's damage! Sweeping right hand. Headshot after headshot.
Won't be long.
Mosley Jr. on the attack. He does it. He does.
That's so sweet. So sweet. And then he called out Dana White's boy, Caleb Walsh. He's going straight for the jugular. Loved it. Loved every bit of that. Very cool stuff. All right, folks. We went overtime, but we're doing our best for you. We just want one more time shout out to Chris Padilla for giving his time to us. If you missed that, it's earlier in the segment. We're about to close down. You just watch the very beginning because it was right on time, like a professional is. He shows up, does his thing. Once again, shout out to Bobby Blunt for winning the contest, and I'll get to you, and we'll make that shirt delivery happen. And just thank you everybody who participated. Once again, folks, if you like the clips, you like the show, like and subscribe on YouTube, helps us out, and watch it live so I don't have to scrub the videos out when they get pissed at me later tomorrow morning, which is usually what happens. Zach, final thoughts before we go our separate ways, my man.
You know, the show's growing, guys. It's getting viewers, and we're getting cool guests on. Like, share it, talk about it, do the thing, do all the stuff, like, share, subscribe. And we're gonna keep trying to do this, right? Maybe I'll make a shirt. Maybe I'll do a shirt. But we're gonna keep trying to bring you guys cool stuff, and just keep supporting, keep working with us here.
Zach, I honestly think we need to clip some of your one-liners. Like the other one was like, it's 2 a.m. and they're going home together.
Yeah.
The one you said earlier today, after your fight, you're like, I'm still horny for violence.
Yeah.
These are all necessary. I think we have enough. We should start a merch line. But my man, it's always fun talking with you. I always have a blast. Folks, once again, thank you for your time. Genuinely mean it. Time is precious, and thank you for sharing your evening with us. If you're wondering, next week, Monday, 7 o'clock Pacific, figure it out in your own time zone because your boy is not good at math. But I want you to join us, share your thoughts. Thank you to Rudy and Azura for dropping your comments. We appreciate you very much. We had so much more content to share with you, but we ran over time, and here we are now. So, you know what the message is. It's been a good time. We'll see you next time. But in the meantime, stay fully hydrated. All right.